Hello everyone, Casual Entertainment here, and before this video starts, I just want to say, this idea wasn't exactly mine. I found it in a poll in It's a Rob's channel. It was called, What If Showbiz Pizza Went Bankrupt, or What If Chuck E. Cheese Never Went Bankrupt? And I wanted to use What If Showbiz Pizza Went Bankrupt, so I asked Rob, and he was like, he doesn't care if I use it. So I decided to use it, and this is the video. I'll link It's a Rob's channel in the description if you want it. And yeah, go subscribe to It's a Rob, because I wouldn't have this idea, and that would suck for me. Now, I really only have two reasons on how Showbiz Pizza could go bankrupt. And the first one's the obvious reason, the video game crash. And the second reason is probably because of paying creative engineering. But that one I don't necessarily believe, because they were losing money because of the video game crash. So I'm going to go with the video game crash one, and yeah. So we all know that Chuck E. Cheese went bankrupt because of the video game crash. But in this universe, it's going to be Showbiz Pizza Place that went bankrupt because of the video game crash. In 1983, Chuck E. Cheese Pizza and Showbiz Pizza Place wasn't doing well. As you can tell, the video game crash happened. And because of this, restaurants being an arcade, and mostly people can just spend time at home, they didn't need to go to Chuck E. Cheese or Showbiz Pizza Place. But Showbiz Pizza Place were having problems. First off, they had to pay Aaron for the show tapes and many more. And paying them was kind of hard considering how much they're losing money. And after their 100 location, they're done. They're not making any more restaurants. In the real world, they made 200 restaurants, and they told Aaron, we're not making any more shows. Now, since in the real universe, it was 200 locations. But since they're losing money, they could not afford for real locations. So I'm going to go down and bring it down to 100 locations instead of 200. But Showbiz Pizza Place was still doing worse as Chuck E. Cheese. But that doesn't mean Chuck E. Cheese was safe, though. Since Chuck E. Cheese was also doing bad and they couldn't really afford anything, my best guess is they're going to remove the Keena animatronic, and they're also going to remove the Dolly Dimples animatronics from their restaurants. And in the real world, Helen Henny became the official guest star, but my best guess is there's going to be Madame Oinks in this universe, who's going to be the permanent guest star, if they remove guest stars. Now, Showbiz Pizza Place was still doing bad. So to afford money, they were not going to work with Aaron anymore and produce their own shows and their own voice acting. Something that happened in the real world. And this will create conflicts with creative engineering and also Showbiz Pizza Place. This, however, wasn't saving their restaurants, and they're still losing a lot of money and also losing a lot of restaurants since they couldn't afford that much. Because they were losing a lot of money, they decided to make the hard decision to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This means Chuck E. Cheese won the pizza wars. And we know how Showbiz Pizza Place and Chuck E. Cheese Pizza merge. But I think in this universe, they won't merge at all. So that means, this will mean that Showbiz Pizza Place will soon get out of existence and won't exist anymore. Now, I have two things that will happen to Chuck E. Cheese. One will be the most realistic option, and the other one will be kind of unrealistic. Let's start with the obvious. Chuck E. Cheese will be on the same boat as Showbiz Pizza Place. Chuck E. Cheese will also start to lose money, and then sooner or later will file for bankruptcy. And sooner or later, Chuck E. Cheese will also fade out of existence. And if that was it for Chuck E. Cheese, then this will be the end of the video. But I have one other unrealistic one, and here it is. Let's say Chuck E. Cheese managed to survive. Well, for starters, Avenger Chuck and Rockstar Chuck won't exist at all, considering they were made by a different company when Nolan Bushnell was in charge. So would also Cool Chuck, because Cool Chuck was also around when the company was in charge. As for animatronics, there will still be full-body animatronics, because they were working on a prototype stage with full bodies. But that never made it out because they went bankrupt. Maybe there'll be 2 new stages, or 1 new stage, who knows. The balcony stage will probably still exist, and he'll still have his red derby hat. But in 2020, Chuck E. Cheese will probably be suffering again. Because of the pandemic, they don't really have enough money, and they'll probably file for bankruptcy. Maybe this bankruptcy won't last long, or maybe they'll fade out of existence. But to keep this video going for another 1 minute, I'm going to say they survived the bankruptcy. Well, here's what I think they will do. Chuck E. Cheese will probably A, remove some animatronics, like remove some characters so they can afford more animatronics, or B, remove some games. Like, not like all of the games, just like remove some. And they'll probably offer more healthier options or like more like of a menu to the Chuck E. Cheese. I do not know why I just said healthier. I meant there was like more options on the menu so people would come more for more food. That's what I meant. As for Aaron Fechter, he'll probably just sell out the Rocket Fire Explosion to other shows, like probably still Pete's Pipes Pizza and all the way to Billy Bob's Wonderland maybe. And as for the CEO of Showbiz, he runs a hotel, so I feel like he'll still be running that hotel. And that's what I feel like would happen if Showbiz Pizza Place filed for bankruptcy